Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Sons of Six. We will be starting a brand new human campaign focused on domination and using territories to feed our main settlement. We play a random game. We will be playing as the humans because they are perfect for empire building with their high learning rate and their excellent management. So they generate really good admin, which will be necessary for building up each territory. We will essentially just be pulling in raw resources from the territories that we control and making and manufacturing within a main city. So we will not be focusing on any kind of farming. As you play the game, you'll get titles. So I'm not going to take any title that gives me a bonus to any of this stuff because we're going to get so much more than we need from our territories. We will be taking the bureaucrat, which is plus 5% admin. Admin is critical. The artisan, which is 20% production to a ton of things like paper, very, very important. Lord of the Seven Kingdoms to get that 50 admin points. This is huge in the beginning of the game when you get your first territory because it allows you to build it up and get more resources. And I am going to go with Merciful for that loyalty bonus. This is huge in itself too for territories. And we're going to go with the Entertainer for a happiness bonus. Now, I could go with First of Your Name, which starts you off with about 50 people and 1,000 knowledge, which is super, super good. But I want to start with 10 people to kind of show people some of the starting techniques for this. All right, we're going to do a random map, and I'm just going to be honest, because you can completely regenerate maps over and over again, giving you a seed is not really beneficial. What we want to do is pick a region in which we have materials that we can use our colonies. So if I start here, I want to take a city and have it produce diamonds, have it produce stone. I want this city to produce, iron, etc. So we want to pick a starting location with a lot of really good resources around it. And if we don't find that, then we'll just completely regenerate. This is a really cool map though, so I would hate to have to regenerate it, but yes, we will be regenerating. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is pretty sweet. You got iron, you got diamonds, you got clay. You got stone, you got lots of wood, you got lots of farming around here in the temperate area. Now there's a pro and con to starting in the center. The pro is that it's easy for you to expand, and the con is that you are surrounded on all sides. Now I kind of like to take specific designations. This over here actually really speaks to me as a good starting location. It's temperate. If I start here, I have water on two sides, and I'm close to territories where I could get things like iron, diamond, stone, lots of farming potential here. And I'm in a corner, so I could focus my forces on taking that and then expanding down into this area. If this is temperate right here, which it is, this is actually a much better starting location because there's only one way in. So that means we can take this whole bottom section and then go out this way, which means any army that wants to get in here has to come through here. So that's a beautiful starting location. I don't really care. Like, you don't want to start in the desert, but I don't care about territories in the desert. So we're going to start down here. And yeah, we have iron, stone, coal. And then, we don't have any of the diamonds or any of that cool stuff, but we can grow opium, and that sells for a good premium. So we're going to set ourselves right here. I think right here, but I don't know what territories that's going to get. I like this spot. I also like this spot right here. It doesn't have as much water. Ooh, there we go. This is cool. This is a really cool spot right here. 95% fertility. That doesn't matter because good forestry. Boom. Okay, cool. So we have our first. This is going to be really, really fun actually. So we have this. We can regenerate until we get the amount of free lands we want. So you can see it put a nation down here. So we're just going to regenerate until this looks like what I want it to look like. This is almost pretty decent right here. As you can see, the blue fella is going out, but that means we can come in, herd him, and do a really good job. We have one minor nation here, one minor nation here, and a literal ton of open land that we can take. And then, yes, we will have to go to war with all of these little guys. Probably make peace with the big dude until we're big enough, but then there's diamonds right outside that too. This is pretty decent, and then we got a bunch of free lands over here. I think this is probably one of the better. All right, I really like this one. To our right is a free land, which has access to all these materials here. We are surrounded by like some really small, lesser houses, and this is perfect. We'll most likely want to make friends with the fellow up here, go to war with these two, but there's only a very small, minor faction right here, and an enormous amount of this is free lands, meaning we'll have very little competition. And with this being the only way, having only one way in, is an amazing location for an empire. You don't have to worry about armies or anything coming in. So this is where we're going to begin. All right, so we are going to take this freelance first once we have the capacity. Right now we are here, and then we'll probably turn on this minor faction. Okay, so we have a big old lake up here, which is beautiful. All of our materials are in the top right. We probably won't be doing any of this. As I said, I'm going to be importing the majority of them. We have a pig, and we have a cow. Wow. So we have hunting right there. We have veggies up in the north. We have apples down in the south. Most likely we can just get away with hunting. We're going to be going into quite a bit of things. Okay, so I'm going to build my starting location right here. All right, and we're going to pause. So what we're going to want to do is go to hunt. And thanks for the person who pointed this out in my comment section. And I also watched Strat Gaming, and he used the strategy of just hunting instead of doing any of the stuff I was doing before. It's a really good strategy, so hats off to them for showing me that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is actually just set up our initial starting area. And I think what we're going to have is industry over here and potentially housing over here. So we're going to start our little area off. I am going to right click. I am going to set an auto populate. So whatever you set this to or authorize to is the population it will continue to bring in immigrants to. So this will auto allow immigration up to 825 pop. That was a little confusing to me at first, but that's how it works. All right, so the main religion here seems to be creatorism, which is great because that's the best one. And it does fluctuate. Like last map, it was actually authorism. So just keep that in mind. You want to check that out before you just assume what religion they're following with the humans, because the humans are a little bit more variable. Access, I'm going to crank up all the wood. And occupation, I'm going to increase retirement age target all the way up. These are like really easy free buffs that you can get starting off. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to build the biggest well we possibly can build. And you can use these plus and minuses to increase. We're going to put a well there. We're going to build the second biggest hearth, like that. We're going to build ourselves a nice little food stall. I'm going to do it like this. I'm just going to build 2 of them. I'm going to build and we're going to build 2 markets like such. We're going to start pre-planning our first lavatory, and it's just going to be a very simple one. It's going to look just like this, and it's going to have 2 basins, and that will, you can do 1 actually, so we'll just do 1. With a door up here, door up here. Religion, we're going to get up our first shrine to crater, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a wiggle room for future stuff. Okay, this is good enough for the time being. We won't be able to get the lavatory up until we get wood production. And then we're going to get up our first warehouse, and it's going to be a very small one. So people over here and other construction over here. And I know I didn't do it correctly. I just realized. Make sure you change the building material on these things. So when I go into my warehouse, make sure you come down here and do stone or wood. The humans like stone buildings, but they're okay with wood. So starting off, we're just going to do it like this. Now, we want to make sure that this is big enough to have value, because these things are quite annoying. I typically will do something like this. And I love this game because you can expand and keep changing design. So we'll just go with this right here. Put doors on all corners. So, okay. And then for roads, I'm going to use an interesting little spacing. I like to do, we're going to do a 3-tile spacing between this area and the other area. And this is just in case for me, because I am kind of just, this is kind of a natural build. I'm not really pre-planning anything. I'm just, looking at what needs to be done. So this will be our inner area right here. And all of our housing and everything else is going to go in and around this. So this is perfect. So our first houses should definitely be made of wood. And we will go into stone at a later point. Stone is really hard to mine in the early stages. So as you can see, this doesn't exactly fit with everything. And so we're just going to, play with it. Not a big deal. What's great about humans too is you don't have to care about roundness or any of that jazz. So yep, we'll just go with that. That looks good enough to me. And so we'll let them build all this up and let them hunt, and we should be fine. So yeah, you don't have to rush into any of that stuff. Next thing we're going to do is do carpentry and get a hunter up. Hunters are amazing early game. You get like 3 food per worker. They are expensive though because they take chairs. But that's the one advantage of playing as the humans is you can go into chairs pretty easily and chair production pretty easily. As you can see, we have an enormous amount of food potential. We have all these cows down here. This is really lucky. This is an amazing setup to have both pigs and cows without having to roll a million times. This is a first roll. And then we have fruit down there that we can go into. We definitely will go into fruit because it's one of their preferred foods. But this should get us all the food and everything that we need. But we'll just let them keep doing their thing. And if we need more wood, which it does look like we do need, we'll tell them to fell wood. So we're just going to let them get to their jobs. You can see the cows, an enormous amount of meat. So once they get the warehouse up, we'll be able to start storing it. We got our housing already pretty much going. This is a lot to build. You're kind of better off not trying to build so much, but we'll be more than fine. We have so much food down here, we don't even have to worry about it. Let them take their time, build up. And then once we get all these buildings up, we'll be able to attract more people. And we'll be able to go into things like carpentry production and hunting. Now we can continue to kind of just kill these animals for quite a bit of time, but I do like to personally have passive food investments just for my own sanity. There we go, first house. And keep in mind these trees do take quite a bit of time to cut down. That's why it is really nice to have an area like this that you can just quickly build things up in the beginning stage. One of the disadvantages to having a fully wooded area. And we got water up here for bathhouses and everything else. We have potential for bathhouses here. That's why I'm doing all my housing over here, because this is just a really superb area. All right, we got the speaker up. That's going to help out quite a bit. Casually hunt. We have so much food from these animals. It's insane. All right, so I also do want to get a little small fruit farm up. What's amazing is the farming area over here is actually really good. This is going to be temporary until we get our first colony. 87% fertility for 10 fruit. Not bad. Now we have fruit all the way down here. A ton of it, in fact. But it can only be foraged at certain times of the year, late summer. Cool. So let's keep it going. Got our well, we got our speaker, we got all of our housing. This should do about 44 people right here, so that's really good. Almost have the warehouse up now. They are taking some time. Early stage of the game is a little funny that way. We have tons of meat just kind of rotting. Yeah, let's just hunt a few more just to make sure we have meat on the table. And it looks like we'll need a little bit of stone for some of the construction here. There we go. A little bit of stone over there, and a little bit of stone over there. And let's fell a few more. Just a couple trees. I think we have more than enough wood, actually, that I'm looking at everything. So just need them to focus. Perfect. Got the first food stall up. And that's going to help us a lot. You can see we got our first immigrant to come in, and it's starting to explode now. We got our shrine up to Krator. And now we just need to rebuild the lavatory out of wood. This is the one thing I always forget every time I play, is to change the construction material from mud to wood. But this is important to making people happy. And now we have our warehouse up. Cool. So we're going to give it 1 for apples, 2 for wood, 2 for stone, 2 for meat, and 1 for furniture. And then maybe let's actually go to 10 on wood and 5 on stone, because we do want to have a good amount of building materials. We're at 13 pop. So now what we're going to do is create our first carpenter. And you want to make sure that your carpentry and your industry is not close to where housing is going to go, as it will get very loud. I'm going to do a 3-tile gap with a road down the middle around these areas, because I do want to have spacing between houses for just a little bit of a buff. And we're going to build ourselves a pretty normal / decent first carpenter for 6 employees, which is quite extreme. But it's nice not having to remake this stuff. But we really just need a little bit of carpentry here. So this is perfect as is. I'll put a door here and a door here, and we will go. So my idea is that we have a road going down the center, and I can put trees, and I could put benches and all types of columns and things to make people a little bit happier as they pass by. Maybe light sources and things like that. I'm going to try a little bit of a unique design. I wouldn't go off of anything that I'm doing as definitively the best way to do things. It's just me having a little bit of fun. Once that carpenter is up, which should be relatively soon, we'll put 6 workers in there, and this will be a really good trade item for the humans. We have plenty of wood, we have plenty of everything, so this is going to be great. And we're going to need this to build out all the other things, like the market and the lavatory. All right, going to do a little bit more hunting, and we are also going to get up a hunter. Now, these are expensive. They are also really amazing. If you just get a basic 2 butcher, which is like 2 hunters. They're not too bad. We want, I think, a minimum of 4 hunters for our first area. So we're going to max this up as much as possible. Here we go. So that's 2, and that's 4. That's perfect. See, it costs 16 chairs, which is quite a bit of chairs when you're first starting the game. But these are really easy to maintain. And right here, you can see we have a decent setup. And we'll put a door here, and boom. So this will just be our early game food. Like I said, once we get our first territory, we won't produce a single food item here. All we will do is produce complex goods here. All raw resources can be imported from territories, and it's pretty amazing. All right, so we're making 7 chairs. I think that, yeah, per in-game day, and that's pretty amazing. We should be able to get this stuff up relatively quick, and that will be an immense food supply on top of the hunting. Like I said, I do think it's good just so you don't have to come back down here and keep, fidgeting with this stuff just to have your own food sources. But we technically could get away with not doing this till like probably population 70. But I'm going to do it anyway. Cool. And we still don't have fruit. So what I'm going to actually do, we have a neighbor right here, is I'm just going to trade for 10 fruit. This is something that I realized like early game that I was being a little too OCD about not using trade to get things that I need. So we're going to get a little bit of money, and we're going to get the fruit. I'm actually going to demand 20 because there's a potential that the market will take some of this. So there we go. We're going to give him a bunch of wood and stone, and we're going to get the fruit we need to get this going. And as you can see, we have 160 meat stored, which is pretty insane. So we're going to pop that up one more. We have enough meat for quite some time. We're at 23 pop. And we're continuing to grow because we're meeting a lot of the demands. So we can go to services. They are pretty content. We will need to upgrade certain things to get higher bonuses. Next, we should probably go into research when we have the capacity to. But right now, we're just going to focus on making sure people are fed. And we only need 1 worker on a 10 by 10. That is the optimal farm plot. There we are. And just a few more furniture, and we will have a very efficient food source for this village. Though I will say that fruit farms are pretty amazing. All right, we got the laboratory. Awesome. That will also take furniture, which we can buy. So with this, it doesn't necessarily need to be near the warehouse, but we also don't want it to be in an area where things get loud. I think just for the time being, we're going to keep things pretty simple. And I'm going to build one giant research area, like so. That will be 6 workers. That's pretty dang good, and it's only 8 shares. But that should get us probably, I'll do some kind of entertainment. Speed this up. And we're actually just going to go ahead and buy chairs. Like I said, don't get so caught up on trying to having to produce everything. And this meat right here is worth a fortune. Half the meat is worth 1.28. So even early game hunting can be a pretty viable way. And we're just going to do 50 The chairs are always really, really expensive early game. And as people produce more, of course, the prices go down. So we're going to buy 20 chairs, and we're just going to give up a little bit of our resources. There we go. That will just help speed things up for us. I'm also going to have my people cut down some more trees because we are running out of lumber. But lumber is incredibly easy to get and is a great early game trade item. You can pretty much get all the basic materials you need for buildings and upgrades very quickly. I'm going to just continue to hunt, and we got a good market. We got ourselves a basic food stall. Very good. Got our first fruit. Harvest will be pretty bad this year, but next year it should take off pretty well. Nice. Lavatory's up. That's going to really help pull in people. Oh, no, it's almost up. 4% to construction completion. We were out of wood, so we got to get that remedied real quick. One bad thing, though, is, this thing consumes quite a bit of wood, but not too bad. It's easy to stockpile that stuff. It's also really easy to upgrade this. Only 43 chairs. There we are. Getting the hunter up. And this hunter will be grand. It should bring in a fairly good amount of meat per day. Yeah, 12 meat per day for just 4 workers. It's a really good return. And we should be good on food just on that. Hunters are freaking amazing, in my opinion. The elves are even better with them, but they're really good even for the humans. What I like about the hunters is they're easy. You don't have to worry about livestock. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. They're just consistent. And consistency is really, really good. So you can get much higher yields, I think, on raising livestock if you do it correctly, but you have to do everything. Early game, it's nice to not have to think about that stuff, to be honest. All right, cool. We got our first laboratory up. So this is going to be going to 545. And we're going to focus on things that make us better. Entertainment, burial. Those are like some of the good ones right there. And probably going to do blood sports. The fight pit's pretty amazing as far as getting people to come. Yeah, these are all great. And remember, you can change this to do hide. 4 hide per day isn't too bad. I would probably recommend that we go into husbandry, though, for the onks here. Or, I'm sorry, the forage. Because this gives way better returns. So I guess we will actually be doing a little bit here. There we go. This is a 4-worker output of 6. I think this is great. We'll just put that right here for now. A lot of this stuff can be removed and modified at an earlier date. At another date, sorry. There we go. And hopefully we still have enough livestock. We may have to go purchase some. A lot of it's deteriorated. Yeah, down to 3. So we'll have to purchase some livestock. Not a problem. I think what I'm going to actually end up doing right now is hunting and using that meat to purchase some things that I need. We're going to pull wood down 1, and we're going to allow hides to be stocked so we can sell these hides. Oh, nice. I got 30. My bad. I didn't realize I had 30. We're going to do 2 there. 1 more in meat. Beautiful. 37 population now. We're going to hunt some pigs. Like I said, I just want to get a bunch of meat stocked up so I can start trading it. We have 11 chairs now for trade as well. We'll get as much as we possibly can. Another thing I want to remember to do is turn the radius up. I always forget to do that on the warehouse. Beautiful. Nice. New level. Population 40. Immigration's going to increase now. Gotta love the hunter. Once this is built up, we should start pulling in more goods. And we'll buy the livestock that we need to keep that thing going. We'll also want to put a point into livestock here. Now, having your own army is always a really good way to go. But what I've noticed with the humans is it's much easier just to hire to focus on your economy and hire mercenaries to do it. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be offering an absurd amount of meat and an absurd amount, actually all the hide we have. And what we need is livestock. And these are really freaking expensive, as you can see. There we go. So we're going to get 12 for all of that. And that should be enough to help with this. We're constructing our area here, but we're going to need that hide. It's a great trade item. Also, we're going to need it for making any kind of clothing. Or we could also make leather armor. Weapons and armor sell for lots of money early game. Warhammers are actually pretty easy because they're just stone and wood. I've thought about at one point just doing a whole Warhammer economy. All right, cool. So we don't have all the livestock that we need. We have 2 out of 11 animals. Once we get our livestock in, we'll be in good shape. We have 56 meat and entirely too much hide again. All right, and we've kind of hunted. Yeah, we've hunted these guys a little too extreme. Human remains. We're going to need to get a mass grave. I'm going to put the mass grave a little bit over here just for now, out of the way. Coolio, look at that. Now we're getting a little bit of hide. We're getting a little bit of meat. We're getting a little bit of livestock. So that's a good one right there. 5 people. I think 4 is what we agreed on. And next year our fruit yield will be 34, though I do like the hunters a lot more. So I really love the room copy tool. We're going to do another. Ooh, it's going to hit the door if I do that. Cool. Perfect. We're going to do 1 more hunter just to keep up with meat production. We definitely have the chairs and we have a ton of hide. And we need to keep increasing our wood storage. We almost have enough to upgrade the warehouse, which I would like to do. Only 43 chairs. Oh, there go the chairs. That's right. They're going to give me 21 diamonds and money. Holy cow. We just got rich. We want to sell those diamonds like right now because they're probably worth a fortune. And I will need to set a storage for the diamonds. I'm going to take 1 away from wood. Gems, I should say. Yeah, gems are very valuable. All right, well, we have a ton of hide that I need to offset. So this hide is a really good early game trade, as you can see. We're just going to try to get some money out of it. And we could probably just sell hide, to be quite honest, and wood, and get our first merc. So we're just going to keep trekking along. We're basically just trying to make as much money as possible with our population. We have 18 free workers and no free housing. So, yeah, we're actually doing really well. And once I get my first territory, we're going to start importing apples, and that's going to be nuts. It's going to be, like, literally nuts. Because the territories import per day, like you're talking, you would need like 1 just basic import of apples is equivalent to like 100 workers working fields, like apple fields. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we'll also be able to make money off of it because we'll have more than we can consume. Cool. So we got 2 hunters going now. Really good. Meat coming in. Take a gander. So we have 3 coming from pastures, and we have 24 coming from hunters. Very good. But this is primarily for hides, like I said. All right. So let's get those housings up. And I'm going to allow a 1 tile gap in front of the doorways, which I should have done up top, but I didn't. They're going to give me fish and money. Okay. Everybody's just giving me stuff, which is actually really cool. Okay, so we have the gyms. This is actually a ridiculous kind of start, to be honest. We're going to sell chairs too. Essentially, I'm just trying to stack cash right now. We have 10,000. Be able to get our first mercenaries here relatively soon. And then from our first city, because we have 50 admin points, we're going to be able to make more money to hire mercenaries and take more territories, which we'll need to do relatively quickly, just from a really small base of people. And then we won't have to do, oh my God, they're giving me so much stuff. We won't have to do a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now. All right, let's take one away, put it in the fish. All right, just sold a bunch of wood for 2 grand. I'm gonna have them fell more trees. And we're bringing in just enough food. The hunters are really where it's at, but they have that expensive carpentry cost. That's why I do carpentry like right off the bat so I can start getting this stuff. All right, cool. And now we can go down the science. We're gonna do theater. We're gonna do proper burial. And that's where we're gonna leave it for now. All right, now we can do a stage. We're going to do a little bit of a bigger stage. I'm going to leave this for the fighting pit. I think we'll do the stage right here. Let's take 20 chairs, 20 wood. We're not going to have all the people on it, but that's going to be a pretty big increase for us. And then burial is huge. It's one that I often neglected, but in reading the forums and looking at the points for it, getting a graveyard up as soon as possible is really, really important. And you want to make sure you're getting a graveyard up that is at least big enough to warrant 1 worker. So we will make this just the right size. There we go, 20 graves. I'm going to reorganize this because it's just not doing what I want it to do. All right, 12 graves there, 20 graves. There we go, 100%. Perfect. Pretty cheap too. Very cheap, just stone and wood. We'll definitely need to clear a little bit more rock. And we'll definitely need to take a territory soon for food production. I'm going to build 1 more hunter, because we are kind of running low on food, and these populations are not growing as quickly enough as necessary. All right, so we need about 61,000 to hire this merc group right here, which has bows, which is going to easily probably take anything that there is. So that's our goal right now, is to make 61,000 and make sure people don't starve to death. All right, we got enough that we can do a little bit of hunting now. It's good. Kill a few at a time. We do not want 8 actors here. I'm going to break this down to 4. We're at 66 pop now. 42 minutes in. Almost got the graveyard up. There we go. Good amount of meat. And as we get more chairs, we'll build this up. I'm actually going to get 1 more chair producer up. Need to increase our chair capacity. I love having this many people, extra people to build stuff. Everything's really quick. All right, we're going to sell the fish that was given to us because they're kind of crowding. It's 3.5. I actually used to fish just for the money. Fish is a really good early income, but we're just going to sell our raw mats, which don't seem to be doing too well anymore. You can see wood is still doing well. Meat's doing okay. Fish, though, fish is really where the money is at. It's one of the best. Okay, yeah. Fish is selling for such an absurd amount, though you don't get a really insane return per person relative to other goods. Fishing can be pretty lucrative. Maybe we should focus on chairs, though. Okay, yeah, we need a little bit more rock. Chairs also, have a longer shelf life. Fish, pretty good. There we are. Get a bunch of stone. All right, we want to get a janitor up too. Totally spaced on that, sorry. Janitors are important to make sure, if you have degradation, it decreases the efficiency of buildings. So you want to get that up pretty much ASAP. But I think we're okay so far. There's really not there's not really any like 6%, 13%. Yeah, really, really low 6. But it does impact, productivity. Some people get this stuff up really, really quick. I don't. I wait until I kind of just notice it. There we go. Awesome. Look at that chair production flow now. Beautiful. 13% degradation. Yeah, definitely want to get a janitor up. Cool. Got 1 janitor. He's doing his thing. Fixing everything up. Got ourselves a nice little harvest of 22 for 1 worker. Not terribly great. Meat's definitely a little bit better. Got 3 hunters going. Should bring us in enough food. We got a good thing going here. The meat and hide and 0.4 livestock. That's actually really good. All right. Okay, and chairs aren't really selling for what they used to. Nothing pretty much sells for what it used to at a certain point, except for fish. As you can see, we're 3 grand. It's 5, and so we need to make money pretty quick here. I am wondering if going into a trade item just to produce some kind of weapon would be beneficial, but it is quite a bit. Bows are hide and wood. We could craft bows and sell them, and it's not bad to have bows, but we will need 100 and we will need 300, so they're expensive. Or we could go into warhammers, which are stone and wood, and warhammers sell for quite a bit. Pretty much anything that you can manufacture is going to have some kind of value to it. Clothing actually might be the best one. So we're going to get a weaver. We're going to turn our hide surplus into clothing. Pretty much just trying to make money at this point. It's the name of the game. So some people train armies. What I like I said, what I like about the humans is you can easily do this all with mercenaries. Sometimes though you can't. I'm lucky in that I have a good merc group, which is like, if you have a merc group that's like 12,000 and it's like 10 dudes and they're not very good, probably not going to work. But that one group that I saw for 63,000, I'm fairly confident can do everything that I need it to do. All right, next level. More immigration. We're at 75 pop. I'm going to copy this pasture here. I really think that we got a good thing going. And now that livestock is actually relatively cheap, I think we're good there. But yeah, we need some more hide. And we're going through our food supplies pretty fast. So we will need to take a territory soon. And we'll just kill a couple cows. And yeah, we're running low on the livestock there. We are getting a lot of fruit down here. Hopefully they start hauling it. I may just want to get a big old road down here for no reason to help people out a little bit. Got a bunch of builders sitting around doing nothing anyway. A lot of wood coming up. We're getting pretty close to our mark. All right, let's see if we can find another trade partner who will give us a little bit more money for chairs. Nah, that's not a good deal on chairs. Not a good deal on that. Not a good deal really on anything. I think personally, one of the best ways is to get an export depot up, because you can quickly see what kind of prices people are offering. This has helped me in the past. I typically put it right next to the warehouse. We're going to need to build a giant warehouse here pretty soon. In fact, let's start on that now. This is going to take a little bit of time, but this is going to be relatively big. What I like to do is put the crates down first. All right, and then what we're going to do is just kind of remove some tiles every so often so that we don't have the higher maintenance cost. I'm just going to do it like this to keep everything lined up. This isn't exactly perfect by any measure. There's a little bit of dead loss, as you can see in the middle, but we're just going to say okay to that. That's fine. All right, and doors at every little entryway here and on the corners. All right, and doors wherever I feel like, up here and down here. Don't need too many of them, but this isn't bad. That'll be a pretty good storage for us right there. Here we are. And we'll keep a 1 tile gap. Down here we will not, however. There we go. They got a lot of work to do now. All right, we're at 80 chairs, so we gotta sell them off. Where's our exporter? We're gonna slow down real quick. So if I wanted to sell my chairs, which I do, and I want to get the best price possible, I would need trade agreements. So they're giving 85. And they'll give me a trade for 7,600, but that's okay. I'm just going to trade everything straight out. We're halfway to our merc. We're getting close. And that's great. We have a lot of chairs now, so that's really beautiful. Meat is definitely of concern. Let's get 2 more hunters up. Keep that stuff going strong, and we should be in good shape here pretty soon on food. I've kind of hunted these populations down here a little too much. We're probably going to mess up here pretty soon. I may have already messed up. Got 1 left. I think I actually fucked up. Great. Cool. We got meat coming from here, but it's not good enough yet because we need more livestock. That's going to be a bit slow. We're going to step up the fruit game. We do need a bit of food. I need to take a territory as soon as possible, basically. Yeah, 17 by 12 is a perfect 2 workers almost. So we'll do that. All right, we're at 88 pop. And we're kind of in a shitty situation right now. I'm going to get fishing up, even though it's one of the worst returns. We're expanding. Our population's expanding a little bit faster than I realized it would. So I need to get some kind of food production up. I'm over hunting some of these animals down here. Fishing is definitely better for trade than it is for any kind of lucrative means, but we got lots of stuff going on. Once I take my first territory, we're on easy street. Food production is a breeze. All right, I just bought 100 apples just to keep things flowing right, and make sure we can get this up. There we are. More fruit than we can handle. Perfect. And once these two hunters get up, we should be pretty decent. We are expanding very quickly, though. And once we get the warehouse up, I'm going to focus my remaining workers on just cutting wood and selling wood, I think. And we'll just sell wood and get to our 60,000 mark. Main issue I'm having right now is I need to turn off auto population and let things kind of stabilize so I can focus on getting that merc. Because I'm getting sidetracked having to keep up food production. And if I take a territory, I'll have more food than I know what to do with. So yeah, let's just stop growing. We're too big. We're just going to copy this area. Just a lot easier to copy stuff. Need to build up that. Probably should have done it out of stone, but I'm just going to do it out of wood for now. Eventually, I'll replace all this with stone. We are going to disallow fish. I think we're actually good on food. I don't want them eating the fish because I'm going to sell all of it. The fish is always been, for me at least, one of the best things you can do for money. Seems to just sell for quite a bit. Nice. Yeah, with my hunters up in good spirits, I think we're going to be okay. All right, look at that. We got our first mass warehouse up. Cool. This will help out a lot. The upgrade shouldn't be too expensive, 721 shares. It sounds a lot more than it really is, but that's the one disadvantage to having big ones. But it will be fine. If you need more storage for individual goods, what I typically do is build a small warehouse dedicated to that individual good and upgrade it. But it's nice to have a massive warehouse just in the beginning of the game like this. All right, cool. We're getting the other farm up. These guys need a little bit more animals, but they're getting up. They'll be at max here pretty soon. We got 7 people fishing. Terrible return on worker, but it's one of the only items that's selling right now, and we really need to generate more money. I may actually just need to start. I think I'll pull back on the fish just for a second. We have that option available to us, but let's just try to cut wood down and sell wood. I think that might actually work better. Yeah, because 400 wood is $1,000. So if I cut down about 30, it could take a while for us to do that. And we'll have to stop selling all our wood too, because we're going through our chairs like crazy. All right, there we go. Another hunter. Looks like I put my hunters too close together because we're getting a decreased yield. It's still better. Still not bad, but yeah, 4, 4, 4, 4. It looks like we actually want to delete this one. Yeah. So now, because we were losing 12 and gaining 9. So yeah, I was at 12 before, so I think I didn't realize there was a limit, but that's cool. At least I caught it. You know what I mean? Like, at least I figured out what was going on there. So let's remove that. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. I guess that's why the pastures actually might be a little superior in that regard. All right, cool. 79 harvest up here. Let's go up to our area and see what we got going on. 61,000 is what we need. Once I hit that 61,000, we're in business. We have 210 for technology, right? I need to also increase clothing. And we are producing... Oh, yeah, that's right. Weavers are for cloth. My bad. That's actually fine, because fabric can sell for quite a bit. Let's turn this off for now. We don't have that. I meant to do tailoring. That's right, we have tailoring. So we could go into armor crafting on a tailor for those hides. That should make quite a bit of money. I'm just going to leave the weaver because we will actually need that for the next step, because I can import cotton and make cloth. We don't really need too many of these gents. Just do 2. Cool. Yeah, armor production will be terrific. That will sell for quite a bit. All right, we have enough housing for everybody. These guys will eventually get back up to full gear. We're cutting down an enormous amount of wood. We're running out of food pretty quickly now. So I will have to turn on fishing, even though it's a terrible return. And I will have to enable them to eat fish. A little bit of a food glitch here. Just need that money. All right, it looks like apples are the cheapest food source to purchase. We're going to have to buy a little bit of food just to keep us... I know it's $2,000 in the hole, but we got to make sure people don't die. So we'll buy a little bit of food there. They have to start eating each other. The penalties are immense. All right, got the 100 apples. I just told them to go hunt. We got a bit of meat coming in. We got a bit of fish. It was a little scary. We almost died. We got more apples coming in up here. This should only be 2 workers. And we're going to do another apple orchard fruit farm up here. We just need to get food production going in a meaningful way. This little guy down here is not really cutting it, but he's doing okay. 26 versus 75. Yeah. Yikes. All right. We got the tailor going. We're going to make... We can make clothing. That's fine. But we're going to make armor. And we're going to sell that armor. And yeah, wood's a good one for making a few thousand, but it might be a little too difficult to make all of our money off wood. All right. I'm hoping now with the current setup that we will actually not die now. We'll enable fish again. Just keep everyone eating. Let's see if there's any other critters I could get. I know we're getting some fruit from down here. And these hunters are kind of running all over or something. Cool. We got the southern road done. Yeah, little shaky start. But we'll get there. Nice. They're going to give me a bunch of cloth. Anytime someone gives me something, I'm happy. Because that just means I can sell it. All right. Our leather production's actually pretty good, but we're consuming more. So I think we'll stick with what we got. We should have a couple armors here relatively soon, and that will be great. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was storing chairs there. I totally spaced. Yeah, I don't want to export anything. I was just using that. Cool. So we have a bunch of chairs that I can sell. Not bad. There's 5 grand right there. Chairs are a really good trade item. They always have been. Nice. We got the cloth. We shouldn't sell any hides. Shouldn't really sell any of this stuff. Cool. We'll just keep selling chairs and we'll just keep selling armor, and I think we'll get where we need to go. Now I have 15 spare workers. That's good. It's like the perfect amount of people to maintain everything. We'll get this extra fruit field up. Got a big harvest there. These guys are gonna be pounding pretty soon because they got 11 and 10. Workload is low. That's fine. And we're bringing enough hides to make armor from them. That's pretty good. Let's see what the livestock situation is over here. I mean, they're spawning in a little bit at a time, so I think we're safe to kill 1 or 2 here just to keep meat up in high order. Nice, I got another 80 chairs. 4.3 thousand. Yeah, I should have just stuck to my original plan of chair making. Chairs seem to be really, really decent. It's just wood and you just make chairs. It's not rocket science. All right. We don't seem to be making any freaking armor. It's kind of blowing my mind. Where's my armor? Okay. All right, well, hopefully we get some armor here. Nice, another 71 chairs. 4.08. Beautiful. We're almost there. 20 grand away. We're going to be there real quick. All right. I think it's because the radius wasn't up. Always forget about the radius issues. We're going to let some chairs be stored here too. A little bit of livestock, a little bit of wood, a bit of meat. I think we can bring in a couple more people because we're getting low. There we go. Yeah, it was the radius wasn't on. All right, so that's 10 armor. So let's see how much 10 armor sells for. 2.28. Not great. I think chairs are better. But, I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad conversion. All right, we got a lot more stuff to trade again just in 2 seconds. So all the chairs, it all adds up. And then if I sold the hides, I think the armor's more valuable. Sold some of the wood. There we go, another 6,700. We are 10,000 shy. So this is it. We're there, man. This is great. So we'll just keep crafting armor. And 10 per day, not bad. I think we can keep up with that. We got a harvest of 72. We got a harvest of 4. This will be better in the years coming. I think our food is sufficient. The fish is definitely just not, I don't think, worth it anymore. So let's cut the fish out. I want the workers doing stuff, hauling goods. We have a lot of goods that need to be moved. All right. We got a lot of stuff to sell again. So I don't need too much more. Sell half our wood, 4,500. That's not bad. That's a good price on wood. Sell that. Sell all of this. Sell all of this. Sell all of this. I mean, it's not bad. These aren't bad monies. 9,700. There we are. 61.9. Just enough to hire my merc. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to make a save before you even do anything, and you're going to see what happens. You're going to attack XYZ units. I have attacked everybody. I've gotten close to taking this person, but if I just had a little bit more force, I could do it. However, what we're going to end up doing is something a little weird. We just need to literally take a territory. In order to come over here, I have to go all the way around in a very weird way. We're going to take the water pathways over here. And we're going to go around a bunch of stuff. So let's try this out. You can see there's an army here. If I attack him here, he'll come down and steal my capital. So I can't engage this guy. I also need to avoid every single military there is. We're going to come. Yeah, you can see he's got, there's another nation down here. We're going to come right for this territory right here. It's the fastest territory I can get to. Everybody else requires, if I go this way, I get attacked by this nation for going into its block. The the people on the wall attack me. So I'm going to try to take this place now. It's kind of annoying, but once you get your first city and I get a good that's importing every day, I can hire any mercenary. This is the kicker, is like once you get your first city, because I have that plus 50 admin starting points, I can turn it into quite the producer of goods. And I can make probably, enough to get a few merc groups that can easily take any of these people around me. So as soon as I can get this little place over here, beautiful, 109. So there's no defenses or anything. We're just going to engage. All right. And these look like some pretty average looking pigmen right here. So I'm feeling pretty good about all this. And we want an area where we know we can do a good job right here. All right. As soon as they come in, they're going to get lit. Now, if these are just average pigmen, they're going to die. They're going to die hard. All right. Yeah, they're dying pretty hard right now. But there's still a lot of them. There's enough of them that they could hurt me. But we're going to use some Olay tactics if they charge us. They're really far away right now. Shit. Oh, we won. Okay, yeah, they were just regular pigmen. Okay, cool. That's why the free states are so much easier to take. All right, cool. Wonderful. So we've taken our first place, and this is like GG right here. We're going to release everybody, and that armor I'm going to use to make some money. So release everybody. Now that we've killed the army, we come in, we do mercy, capture, occupy. So now we have this area. So like I could attempt to take another area, which would be wise. Since I have these people, I could even attempt to take this area, but their army is too big. Before I do any of that, though, I'm going to... we might as well try. We probably won't succeed. I've got to put this house up. So I need to get the population to over 300 to do this correctly. We got to kind of let everybody, do their thing. I typically will do a land clearance, but I don't think that's reasonable. Target is 459. So yeah, only need 300 to do this. Okay. And we can't do any food production here because I don't have enough money. Exit, exit, exit. Let's get some money on the table. I desperately need to get food. Desperately need to get food to my main place. Let's trade with our friends here. Yeah, we don't have all that armor yet, but we do have this stuff over here. Do have a bunch of fish that I can sell, and that's 7 grand. That's quite a bit. All right, now we can build this place up. That was the problem. I just didn't have money. So now we can go to tier 2. Oh wow, terrible production of everything. But even terrible production here is a lot. So mushrooms is down. The worst food producer. This is the worst food producing territory. It's great for wood. That's really interesting. I took one of the worst places I possibly could. Wonderful. All right, well, we could go to tier 3, but I need organization points. I need technology. Tier 2 is good enough for me for now. We could generate tax revenues. That's pretty good. That +1 loyalty that I started off with is doing a fair job of doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Most likely doing grain production and getting a bakery up would probably be the best route to go. But we're just going to do a level 3 fruit farm here for now because that's going to produce 84 a day. And I'm going to do some cotton, as I can use that to produce quite a bit. But we're going to need 15,000, and we don't have that much. So we'll have to just go with a tier 1 apple for now. And I think I'll just do some growth because that will get me, our target will be 670, and that will get me to a tier 3. And then if I have the money, which I don't, I would love to do an inn. Okay. We'll just leave it there for now. That's a bit of money, but this will solve our food issue and we can come back. Now we just want to take another territory up here. All right, we got a haven controlled and we just need to continue to take territory. We go back to our main village. Now we're going to have, mercenaries displeased. That's fine. We can probably get rid of all of our apple production, all of this. And that frees up a lot of people to do other things. That's the point of the Empire build, is that we're not going to be growing food. Most likely what I'm going to do is change this from apples to grain, and we're going to go into bread production momentarily, potentially. I'm not exactly sure if that would be the best course of action, but I can tell you that this is pretty decent. Now, in the past, what I would do is just kill everybody, But I've started to learn that that might not be a good way to do things. If I were to kill everybody, I think I could get a bonus to food production if I just had the Crotonians. But I kind of want to try not to do that this time because I've had some bad things happen when I do that. All right, so now that we're getting an absurd amount of oof, it looks like we're being engaged by them already. Okay, so if these are just normal pig people and we get a second territory, that would be amazing. These don't even look like pig people, but they do look like peasants. And we're in a desert region, so that's interesting. Some of the worst areas for food production, I guess. That's okay. Yeah, we're killing them pretty good. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. And they're pausing a lot because they're getting hit. So they're going to run straight at us. So what we're going to do is Olay up. We actually kind of want to wait for them to charge at us to an extent, but I think we can kill some more of them. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're going to the side. Yeah, we're hurting them, and these guys have melee skills too, so very good. All right, let's Olay them. Okay, now we shoot. All right, I think we can actually defeat them in hand-to-hand combat. It's kind of a close call. I don't know if I'm going to win. I did. That was actually a really close call, though. I wasn't exactly sure it was going to happen there. All right, cool. Their units are now gone. And so, release. And so, like I said, this is the strategy I like to use is the Empire strategy. I don't do an army. Even though maybe making an army in the long run would have probably been smarter. I think it's kind of cool to just use wealth. I don't have a standing army whatsoever. I'm just like literally using the wealth of other people to build my place. And okay, so we have 21 to 50. All right, we can defeat them. Am I at war with anybody? Nope. That was just like a random thing there. Okay, cool. So this should actually probably be an easier battle, even though our forces are cut pretty thin. This isn't a large amount of people that we have to destroy. Let's keep them like such. Coolio. So once they come into this area, they're going to start getting pelted. Boom, 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 boom. And they're coming right at us. Kind of scary. Oh, but they're far away. Yeah, they're not very strong. And by the time they reach us, I think we'll be okay. I am going to try to glitch them out a bit here. Try to kill as many as possible. Okay, yeah. We can take them. They're already kind of breaking. Yeah, perfect. So there we go. 2 regions with 1 merc. Not bad. Not bad at all. And there were definitely things I could have done better. But release them. And Mercy occupy. And then we're going to disband our merc unit. We're going to try to make some more money. I have wood. I have this. I have this. I have this. I just need money. The main important thing is that you immediately get up any kind of tiers that you can. So I don't have 300 pop here, so I can't do that. Terrible food production. Really good iron production. Really good stone production. And stone is actually not even a bad one to do because you can sell stone. We're going to get 357 stone a day and we can sell all of it and we don't have to lift a finger for it. Only problem is we do need to get this up at some point. Okay, we're just going to accept this as is. We just don't have the money, unfortunately. And the people here aren't too happy, but with that +1 loyalty bonus thing I had earlier, we're doing pretty damn well. And what we need to do is just continue to take these lands. We need to get into more food production, more tech, but we're going to have more than enough food production here. Okay, we're going to have way more than enough food production here. I'm going to boot up stone. And we're going to sell stone for our next Merc guild. But I believe I have enough apples coming in on a daily basis. Now, I want to preface why this is way OP. So they're sending me 26 apples a day. They're sending me 354 stone a day. 26 apples a day doesn't sound like a whole lot, and it's not. But once I get this up to tier 2, which we're going to do, it's now 55 a day. And that should help feed us pretty good. And that's every day. Whereas these were every year, okay? Like So like I'm yielding in one day what I was yielding in a year. Let that sink in. So you're talking something that's like it's like hundreds of people farming fruit. So food is not an issue anymore. We have a immense amount of armor that we can sell from our vanquished foes, 16 grand. So I mean, like I'm already on track to getting new mercs. And what we want to do now is try to make friends with the big fish. This guy right here is the big fish, okay? So I need to get access to him. I need to get a trade route to him. He likes me already, 389. This guy likes me already. This guy likes me already. This guy likes me. I don't want to break that. I don't want to break that at all. I want these people to like me for as long as possible. And that will help us out quite a bit. Rebellion imminent. Why is there in that one territory? So these people are really unhappy, and I really want that stone. I might have to. I can't lose if I lose the territory. You know what I mean? We're gonna do that. I could go into opiates. That sells for quite a bit. I could go into cotton. That's a lot of cotton, even though it's 75. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do keep everyone from rebelling, and make cotton and food there. Unfortunately, my dreams of stone are over, but with the cotton, we can start making other things. Okay, we'll play this by ear. We just need to get everyone kind of in check. Maybe able to start selling fruit. And we're generating like, a little bit of money, passive wealth per turn. I mean, this is actually really good. So now you can see, it's not a whole lot. And if I wanted to, I could, increase the taxes even here, which isn't a bad idea. And I could just put stockades and increase taxes here and just generate money that way. But I'm just trying to feed everybody and, get some cotton coming in. Unfortunately, yeah, that sucks. All right, well, we'll go the other route. We'll go cotton route. Get some cloth. Pretty much just need to make money in any way possible and take as many more regions as possible too. So all these regions down here are my mark. This guy is just a little too weird right now. The low-hanging fruit's where it's at. I need to get more tech. I need to get more admin points. So I need to get paper. So let's go to our tech tree. Let's go all the way down. And what we need basically is 900 so that I can get into that. And I also need a higher population. But to get there, I need a food supply more than anything. So we have a bit to do. The fact that we have 2 regions off the bat right now doing all of our farming and is pretty amazing, to be quite honest. And we have a good passive every day now. We're getting about 1,000. So we can just continue to do this, essentially. The next army that I can afford, I always go for bows. So we're going to need about 147,000. And we can get 105 archers that are okay. And that should be able to take potentially up to 3 regions. So even like a low-level region, just giving a little bit of resource is going to aid the cause. So I need to make 250,000 mil really quick here. And we can do that. We can do that. 16 grand. I'm just going to keep trading this dude everything that I have. Cotton's going up. You can see apples is more than we need. So I could sell 100 for 1,000. It's not bad. So we have 37,000. Let's take a gander back over at our provinces. Okay. A lot of the admin points are already spent. Each one of these takes organization. So we have the admin points. The problem is we don't have the organizational points. We come up here, we can see we need to get Empire level 1. That's 300. That gives me 50 organization points. So I think what we're actually going to do right now is do another tech, because that would be great. Where are you, my tech? Right here. Cool. All right, we're gonna do one more tech, and I should really start building everything out of stone. So I think I'll just redo this. Oopsie daisy. Let's do the stone. All right, everything from this point on is gonna be made out of stone, and I may have to start genociding those towns to get them to produce things the way that I want them to produce things. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, let's just do a big guy, just like we did over there. I know it's a rough world. Songs of 6. There we go. Look at that boy going, and we got 23 extra people. We got more people coming in. You can see our app, we're getting a ton of fruit a day. We're getting 54 fruit a day, and that's going to feed everybody. We're probably going to get more cotton than we need. We have, and then the armor. I just need to increase the capacity of armor. There actually might be other things that I'm missing out on selling. I don't recall everything. So I'm going to, one reason you want to kind of do a big guy is it's kind of nice just to have one slot and everything, so you're not missing the potential of spoils from your war efforts. So we'll just do one of everything, even though it does take up quite a bit of slots. It's just a good thing to do. And armor, I think they'll give us trade for $1,000. Hell yeah, that's a good deal. I might start trading them fruit and stuff like that. Cool. So we got that going. 608. That will get us our organizational points. Right now we're at 50,000 of the 250 that we need. So this is the build-up stage. This is the awesome stage of the game where you just get more and more powerful and you just use your resources to build yourself up. And because eventually I won't even need these guys. I won't need any kind of food production. I can just completely focus on paper production, admin points, and technology. And I can basically, I'll just have a massive education center, and all we'll do is focus on being really, really educated and subjecting all of these territories to produce the goods that I want. Right on, right? That's the dream. All right. It's the humans. It's the power of the humans. Right on. 643. Over here, 644. And the more intelligent they are, the more tech points they develop. So it's like this massive synergy with the humans. Okay. So we got a bunch of chairs. So essentially, like I said, we're just trying to, and we made so much armor. We're making armor. We're selling everything that I get. I'm going to sell half this cotton. I'm going to sell half these apples. So like right there, 27,000. And I can just keep doing this. Like we're going to get that $250,000. We're going to take 2 more territories. Those 2 territories are going to produce infinite sums of money for us. We're also, generating money from taxes. This place is getting a little happier. You can see the happiness is going up, which means that I can increase taxes. Now I'm making 1,000 a day. And here, if we'll just leave it as is. Now, if I were to, this is a great place for wood. And we know that wood sells for quite a bit. Ooh, that would be pretty nice. Yeah, selling wood actually wouldn't even be a terrible idea if we just started stockpile. Anything that I can stockpile and sell is a beautiful thing. All right. Once we hit 300, we'll get more organizational points. That's what's holding us back right now. Plenty of food. I'll be able to get rid of all of these hunters here momentarily, if not already, to be honest, and that will free up more workers for crafting. But pretty much all of these guys will be gone. It'll be 0 food production in this city. It will all be manufacturing. 33. Yeah, we're doing terrific. But I need to move on these territories fast. And we're doing great in all things considering. All right, another $5,000 at 88,000 of our mark to $250,000. I'm gonna try something over here. I mean, we're doing the cloth for. Yeah, I don't have enough of a workforce. Man, the iron mine would be perfect. Let's cut back on cloth for a second. Cut back on this. Let's go into positive territory. Let's try to get the population up to 300 so that we can go to the next tier. Because that iron would be pretty amazing. I'm going to go to a mix of fish and apples now. Because I can get a lot of fish and those fish sell for a lot more. So let's try that. All right, we're on times 1,250,000,000 mode. Holy crow. There we go. I didn't realize there was 2 speeds on this. If you click it once, it goes into 25, and if you double it, it goes to 250. This guy's offering me trade. This is amazing. Yeah, you can get pretty far in this game. So we're just going to let them do their thing for a bit. There you go, 73 fish. Days and nights are going by quick. All right, we're going to offer them 104 fish, which is $8,000. Half our apples. Yeah, the fish are definitely more valuable. We're going to keep the cotton we have. We're going to keep all of this. And there we go. Another 27,000. We're at 117. We're getting close. And let's check the pop over here. Almost at 300. Check everything over here. 670. Everyone's pretty happy. Our passive money is higher now because of the population, so it actually turned out to be a good idea. Let's double this up. Let's just keep making that money. Man, this shit's going fast. I love it. All right. The chairs seem to be doing pretty well. Armor seems to be doing pretty well. Livestock's not too fantastic, but decent enough. Fish are doing great. 13,000. I think right now I have 29 people sitting around that I could be doing stuff with. We have no wood. Yeah, I guess if I can go into Super Saiyan mode, there's no reason to not just clear cut this whole damn place. There we go. We'll get a bunch of money from that wood. I think we can get to $250,000 pretty quick. Look at him go. Woo! All right. We have our organizational points now. I love this. I love this stuff. Okay. We need paved roads and sculpting. My bad. Didn't realize that. 150. Sculpting is 900. Shit. It's going to be a bit before I can get there. I totally spaced on that. That's okay. Well, we need to continue getting our population up, and let's get the fighting pit. The fighting pit will help us get our population up. I guess I'm just going to put the fighting pit right here, center section. This will be easy to build for us. 115 fish. We need to definitely increase fish capacity. 132. All right, man. We are doing it. 9 shares. All the fish. 10 grand. Another 13. But the passive wealth from these colonies is really what's doing it for us. But yeah, we're not going to kill any of the populations this time. We're going to keep everyone there, even though it is a lot easier when you do kill them all. But it's great that we don't have to produce any of our food now. We give you trade. All right, everyone's making trade agreements with me, and that's wonderful because over time we're just going to like each other more and more. All right, now that we got the fight pit up, we're going to be off the rails. I'm going to increase auto to 175. I think we have enough for 175 people. Look at all that wood out there too. Beautiful. All right, Super Saiyan mode. We're going to have enough wood to make a fortune here. Yeah, we're not producing any chairs because there's no wood storage. That's okay. We're just going to continue to recruit people and we'll be fine. Maybe I'll tell them to stop felling trees, though, actually. Yeah, we'll just let them finish that, and then they can cart everything back. 190 fish. Ooh, it looks like someone came down here. That's a new nation, actually. I need to start taking these regions a little bit faster. All right, 15. We're almost at our quarter of a mil. Then we'll take some more territories, but this is it. You just leapfrog, leapfrog, leapfrog. There we go. Look at that. 167 shares. See what they'll give me. 6 grand. Not really a good deal, but okay. Another 6 grand. All the fish. All right, yeah. We're making money. 15. We're almost at 200,000. Enough wood for the freaking next 13,000 years. Way more food than we could ever consume just coming in from those little bit. All right, they're going to give me some wood. Fair enough. All right, another good trade right there. 23,000. We're like one trade away from taking this world over. Coolio, look at that. We got the pop-up. Now I can get this up. And then now we can get some production going. So I could get stone, I could get iron ore, and iron ore is a good one. Because we can just straight up get the charcoal going. And yeah, we can make some serious money right here. Let's just do that. Yeah, screw the cotton, screw all that. I could just literally sell raw iron ore. Since it's one of the most produced items there, it's going to accumulate a lot. And iron ore can actually go for quite a bit. We don't need 5,000 storage, but 2,000 is good. All right, let's do it. Super Saiyan mode. Let's see how much iron we can get. Like every day that passes is iron. Metal, metal, metal. We should be getting 107 a day. Boom, 108. So let's see what I can sell that for. 7.5 thousand. Yeah. We're not even going to smell that. We're just going to straight up sell raw iron until we get what we need. Oh, we're already where we need to be. All right. Yeah, raw iron is good. Just to sell everything that we possibly can to this person. Sell the fish, everything. There's 25,000. Okay. So I have my army pretty much in the bag. So let's go over to the recruitment. Check out 147. Once again, make sure you save scum. Call this Merc 2. Perfection. Okay. So now my army is over here. What we want to do is recruit an army down here. So you just hit recruit, click new army. I can't disband that army apparently. Army 2 is going to be 135 bugmen. Ooh, yes. Yeah, I could recruit him for 147, but that's a beefy army right there. So I'm of 2 minds right now. We have these kingdoms, and these kingdoms pose a threat. They have 9 people here. We're taking out the threat. I'm going to go east and take this dude, and then I'm going to go south and take this dude. I want them destroyed. I don't want them in my regions. Okay, besiege. We can engage or auto it. We're going to engage. This is a very powerful army, the 250,000. We can also sue people for peace, or I can install puppets and take take money from this, but I want the region itself. Nice, they got a really good range. They got a really good range for a merc group. So they're going to come in and they're just going to get slapped. It looks like their people are staying back. I think they're shooting at me. I don't know. Yeah, here they come. That was weird. Okay. Oh, those are trebs. Oh shit. They're trebbing at me. I'm not worried about the small fry units. Looks like the small fry units are all dead. All right, cool. That was kind of crazy. I didn't realize they had trips. May have taken some damage. This is a really good army. There's a lot of good. Yeah, shiv up, capture, mercy, occupy. Immediately want to come in here, put up a house. Yes, they can produce things. Fruit orchard. We could even go with this gentleman here. That's meat and eggs. Humans do like eggs. And livestock isn't bad. Let's do this. Do this for now. Meat and eggs. Very good. And the reason I want to do that is because I do want meat in the diet, and I do want the eggs. That's a good place to do it. I no longer need any of these hunters, so that's a whole thing that we do not need anymore. All right, remove that. Go to the world map. Let's take our army. Let's take a peek here. They're unhappy. I think they'll be okay. I could put stockades. Well, I don't have any growth on this place, so let's just do stockades. And then we can come back and figure out what we want to do there. All right, cool. So let's take out this dude here. I'm just taking out all the small houses because I don't want them taking regions. I want no competition. Yeah, they'll give me a bunch of food. I like the blue people. I'll probably take them out last because I like them so much. Okay. We will wait. They will engage us. I could auto it and lose, but we're going to engage. I'm going to try to take as many regions as I possibly actually can with this military. This is a beautiful thing. All right, cool. They got a nice little bit of an army here. Let's come over here and start. All right. This is 250% speed mode. They only have one group, so this should be relatively breezy. Want them perfectly situated to smack. Oh yeah, these are really weak units, no armor it looks like, so they're getting ripped apart. Yeah, they're not even gonna make it. Another region for us. And this is the power. It's like you take the weakest territories you can, and then you leverage that to buy an amazing army. So you don't have to go into supplying your army. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And then mercy, occupy. Okay, so I destroyed their military. I'm going to come in and take this region now. I'm trying to kind of box these. Oh, shoot. Forgot to. All right. Put down the house. And for production, we could sell opium. I'm trying to think. Really bad. I think I'd have to kill some of these people to get higher yields here. I'm not necessarily ready to do that. I think we're going to go with meat and eggs, man. It's not bad. And livestock sells for some money. I could put the stockades. Let's not do stockades quite yet. Let's not do that yet. Let's see what happens. We need to give them time to get happier. All right, let's engage. But we're taking a lot of territories with this army. Quite a bit of territories. And relatively rapidly. I probably need to just take everything I can. Okay. I don't think I'm going to have to do anything. These armies are so weak in the freelance. Okay, I didn't have to reload. It just said I lost. I must have just had them in a weird spot. Okay, we didn't lose our men. It just said we lost the battle. Really weird. So let's not go too far back, I guess. Okay, I was in a retreat zone. That was the problem. Okay. We're good now. I just didn't know that was a thing. All right, here they come. They're gonna get swamped. Ooh, yeah, look how many of them are dying. That's just it. They're not good militaries. They don't have armor, and they're getting hit by 100 arrows. Boom, victory. This is amazing. Yeah, we're just gonna keep steamrolling. I probably should get enough money to keep the upkeep on these people. And our shiv's going through the roof. Like, people love us for being merciful in our conquest, and it's a beautiful thing. All right, another hut. Ooh, these people love us here. No food production, meat and eggs. I mean, this actually isn't bad. It's actually not bad. And there's only 9 people living here, and it's kind of interesting. There's only 9 people living here, and we're getting, yeah. Well, we'll just continue. This territory next, I think. Or should I? I think I'm going to rein it in. I think we're going to go for this territory next. There's a nest? Ooh, cool. I didn't know about nests. Pits of Doom, Haven. Ooh, interesting. All right, 47 and 8 eggs. They're getting happy now. I think we'll be okay here. So our main region, we're going to have a huge issue here with storage. Blah, 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 blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have to make individualized storages, or let's not sell any more furniture and use it to upgrade this because that will help us out. Okay, and we're also going to need egg storage, and we're also going to need livestock. Where are you, my livestock? Okay. All right, let's sell all the war equipment. As I said, I love not having to think about owning a military. I just sell all of the equipment that we get from battle, and I just don't think about it ever. Oh, wow, 497 ore is 10 grand. 18 livestock's about 1,000. And meat and all this stuff we can sell because we're about to get a buttload. And right there is 41,000. So we don't have enough to keep the mercs happy. So that sucks. I might lose these mercs if I can't keep their upkeep. Shit, where the fuck did they go? Oh, the mercs disbanded themselves. Okay, cool. All right, and as I get more people over here, I'm sure that the yields will go up. 45 eggs. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Now we just need to get our population up so that we can get more admin points, and we're in business. Yeah, more lizard eggs over here. 47, 8, and 3 per day. That's beautiful. And then lots of iron ore. And our max pop is really low here, but we don't have enough admin points anyway. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more regions to take. And we own quite a bit of everything. I could possibly start taking out these gents because they're starting to get weird about me being bigger than them. And that never turns into anything good. These green dudes over here still like me. The blues do not like me. I'm not worried about this territory. I just need to continue to build up my monies. And we're going to stop taking territory for a little bit and let people like us again. It will go up over time. See, we're already back up into decent territory because we have trade agreements with them. It will go down. So we do not want them to hate us. We do not want these people to ever hate us because they will go to war with us. 721 chairs. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's upgrade this one. Kick out the wood. Crank up the eggs. Okay. So we have 320 eggs. We have a lot of stuff. Fish can all go. Even the eggs I can go. Wow. 7 grand in eggs. 10 grand and oh wow. 200 iron. Let's fuck it. Let's just sell the chairs for now. And 33 livestock. Livestock's not really worth that much, but there's 68,000. So you can see, I mean, once you do this, it's like I can afford another merc group. I could take more territory. I can make them build more stuff for me. It's just, it's a never-ending money pool. All right. So let us get our next army, recruit here, and we will get the best group of archers we possibly can. This is 61,000. This isn't good enough for me. Here we go. These guys right here, 30 of them. These guys are going to wreck shop, okay? These guys are going to wreck shop. I think they have like I was looking at their stats. They have a really good range. All right, so let's send them and let's take another territory. And we will engage. All right. Yeah, these guys have an insane range, so you want to start them off as far as possible away. Not entirely insane. Okay. I think what they have is just really good skills. All right, let's boot them up a bit. There we go. That's going to rain. All right, so let's see what these guys can do. Not really impressing me. A little scared now. I might need to have hired a couple more mercs. Now, there we go. These are all free state people, so they're not very good. I just need to Olay if possible. Damn. Yeah, every volley we're taking out 4 to 5. And they're just kind of taking it, which is interesting. All right. Well, we'll just keep watching. Yeah, they can't move. They're too busy getting back into formation. All right, there they go. Yeah, they keep getting stuck. I don't know if I'm going to Olay these guys or not. Yeah, let's Olay. Olay! They ran right by me. I love it so much. All right, shoot, shoot, shoot. I think we can take them out in hand-to-hand combat. These are some beefy dudes. All right, we're gonna Olay. Olay, please. Olay. We are not gonna take these guys out the way I thought we were. All right, shoot. Shoot them. There we go. There we go. Whew, that wasn't very good, but you know, their lives don't matter. They're mercenaries, so it's just every territory that they capture for me is worth the cost. We're gonna release all of them, and we're gonna get 16 grand worth of freaking stuff. It's gonna be a good day for me. All right, there we are. 22 versus 111. There's a lot of fighting over here. All right, let them come. Every one of these though gets a little bit harder. Not gonna lie, because we have fewer and fewer units. We might only get one city out of this merc, unless I can get the funds to Olay. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to Olay for too much longer. Let's see how far we can run. Yeah, they're coming at us hot. Oh shit, I got defeated. I ran the timer. We're gonna retreat the army, and I'm going to hire a couple of units. We need more than what we have, and we need money. So let's leverage everything we have. All right, that will get me 33,000. We're not. This is a pretty interesting little campaign we're running down here. It's not enough. Shit. Let's keep trying. 25 versus 97. Okay. Having two units is really useful because you can kind of like just let one of them die. See these folks? Oh, they have archers too. Okay. Well, this isn't gonna go well. We're just gonna have to fight. We're just gonna have to fight and pray that we have enough. We're killing quite a few of them, but I don't think it's enough. And maybe if I split them up, one can do the other. We could just shoot them from the sides. All right, come on. We're just shooting them from the sides. We're whittling them down really well. It's like a little kill. Holy shit, that actually worked. That's awesome. We just sat in that little channel just picking them off one by one. Very cool. All right, shiv up. Oh my god, I don't know. I need another merc group if we're going to continue to take this territory. We've invested so much that to not go the distance here would break my heart. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All the fish, all the eggs, all of that. Every possible penny I can push. 17, 62. How close are we? I don't think we're close at all. 50. Ooh, nice. These guys, 21 out of 30 bugs. 15 of these dudes. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Now let's see if we can take this territory. The free lands are putting up a... Oh, nice. I didn't even need it. Occupy. And I wish it would pause when I occupy a place. I don't have enough money. That's fine. We just want to get the house up. And let's do this for now. We'll come back here. I mean, it's generating passive gold. Let's just keep going. Let's go as long as we can. This would have been a good territory probably to have taken, but I'm going inland as far as possible. If we could take, a good couple of areas back here, it's going to be really hard for enemy units to do anything. Okay, 43 out of 107. I like those odds. 100 100 free folk who are just, you know, unarmored and weak against a band of my amazing people. All right, so these bugs, they have bows as well. We're going to try something a little different. We're going to separate these units like such, and we're going to let them come into us. All right, I'm going to put these guys up over here, and we're just going to confuse the fuck out of the enemy by staying like this. So this is what I'm talking about. Like fewer units is actually probably better than having one large unit of 50 because you can just do this. You can just pincer them over and over and over, and there's not much that they can really do against you. Except for that, you know. But we can just keep hitting them from the sides, picking them off one by one. That was amazing. Just these little bit of units are doing a great job. All right, release. And there's nothing they can do to stop me. I'm just going to keep taking territories. Capture, mercy, pause the game for the love of God. House, this. Yeah, we're going to keep going. Nothing can stop us now. Except, you know, running out of money for the mercs. But these mercs were definitely worth their weight in gold. All right, it's not a whole lot of money, 8 grand, but it might get us where we need to be. All right, next territory it is. Shit, 105. That last territory over there is going to be so beautiful when we capture it, and then we can just focus on using these base resources to build admin points, and then we reinvest those admin points into the territories, and we just become exponentially stronger. It's pretty amazing. All right, cool. 1 unit. The free folk are just ridiculously easy, though. They're just a bunch of peasants. All right, once they come into the kill pit. Shit, move the wrong unit. Okay, that's him, and this is the bug folk. Okay, move everybody. I don't know what we're doing, why those guys are in a single file line, but I like it. Woo! Zoidberg around them. Oh, damn, we're picking them up. We're picking them off big time. Ah, shit. Got the bugmen. This might not work the way I wanted it to. It's good to see, like, they don't really know which one they're going for because they're kind of bouncing between the two. But it allows the other guys to shoot, which I think is really advantageous. We're going to retreat back. They're getting picked up one by one. Oh, they got some of my men, though. This isn't working the way I thought it was going to work. Shit. All right, we're just going to allow this to happen and try to pick off his mate. We're not going to win this one, I don't think. But those doors are the best, probably best melee units. And then these guys back here, gonna have to hold. I don't know why they're running away, but I like it. What the shit's going on? Oh, they're going for the capture point. Ah, that's why I was losing. I didn't realize that. They're probably just... All right, let's hit them. All right, now they're coming towards us because we're shooting them. That's actually pretty cool. Wow. Down to like 5 dudes. Yeah, 6 dudes. Oh my god. I can't believe we won that. Oh, that's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to take this territory. And I have nothing of value. We just got meat and eggs. Yeah, not bad. We're pulling in a lot of eggs, a lot of fish. I should probably start like playing off of what they're good at doing. Kind of want to get rid of this dude. I don't know why I didn't do fruit orchard instead of fruit farm. I should have just done fruit orchard. I don't think I had the money at the time. Yeah, that will bring in a lot more fruit. Okay, lizard dude. Got people in the stocks, booting up taxes. Even like, you know, like 50 or 500 gold per turn. It adds up when you have enough people doing it. 100. These guys are pissy. Unfortunately, I mean, we might as well try. But yeah, we don't have it. Oh shit, I killed their army. Okay, I'm glad I didn't disband it. So it's like I might as well just try. Cool. So don't want to attack them yet because I can't take them. They have grub production, but that's meat and livestock of 42. That's pretty good. And that's 29 eggs. Ooh, I like the grubs. Go with the grubs. All right. It's a good amount. So look at that. Look at our nation, our freaking, I mean, we're rich. Now we go into Super Saiyan mode and we're going to get client. So this is the point where everyone hates you. So what you want to do is save the game. Hate us because they ain't us. And they may attack, this guy may attack me. He may not attack me. If I take him out, so here's the deal. He will convince other nations to go to war with me. It's very dangerous. This is a very dangerous point. So what I want to do is kill him or make him my friend. I need to stop taking regions because people are becoming afraid of me. I want to make sure everyone is in positive territory. So what I'm going to do is actually just kind of like start trading with him and just you know, try to just get him to stop hating me a little bit. This doesn't always do a whole lot, but sometimes when they're making money from you. If I were to give it to him, it would help, but he doesn't hate me too much, and it's going to go down because of our trade agreement. You can see it's already going down. So if he does attack me, I'll just reload because it's completely random, and eventually he won't attack me. But here we are. We have a mighty nation that doesn't completely despise us down in the southwest. We've taken the majority of the regions here. We just got a new level unlocked, happiness, army supply. So this is the point in which I could make it. I want to put this into perspective. This is the point where I could make an army, and I don't need to because I just hire mercenaries. So we need to take this region, this region, this region, but they're so far away. At some point, I'm going to have to destroy this dude. I need to take this region so that I control the entryway. But that region would be taken out in any war. So we really need to kill off some of the smaller empires here. But we also need trade partners. I need someone I can trade goods to. All right. But I mean, this is amazing. Now I can focus on using my wealth to upgrade or take more territories. What I really need to do is get more tech points. And I need to get into admin and papermaking. I need to build up my population to do so. But I think I've shown you well enough how to do this aspect of it. So what I want to show you is a working example or what I've done. I'm going to say this is wars. And I'm going to load my capital city from another playthrough. So I have 1,300 humans and I have some other, people living in this society. Nice upgraded warehouse. Everything is pretty much max upgraded, but all I have are laboratories, right? Upgraded to pretty much maximum is what I'm working on right now. I have paper makers and administration all around. I have taken, playing on the European map, I have made these massive tier 3, tier 4 cities that are pulling in so much cotton, fish, wood, pretty much everything that I need. I have them selling Scythalon ore, which is really, really valuable. Most of it is just bringing in enough wood to make paper. This place over here is generating 96,000 per day. I have 13 million. I have more technology. I've allocated 117,000 tech. Pretty much have all the tech pool unlocked. I have a massive, I got the Grand Arena, but I have 2 universities. I have a really high education rate. Everything is just really organized around industry only. This hunter is only for making hides. For bows, I do have an army of 120. You eventually will get to a point where you want to make your own army because you'll have the capacity. I'm 3 different human nurseries going, but I have 18,000 fruit, 4,000 everything, and it's just an insane. Once you build these things up and you get more worker points, like this guy over here, he's got an ale house. He's building up to the next tier right now. That's the hardest part, is getting the populations high enough to upgrade them. Down here we're making, yeah. And then I have 2 new territories I just took over here. This one's growing. This guy over here, though, is bringing back wood and bringing back a ton of mushrooms, 434 per day, and generating 26,000 in cash. So like the main screen is my tax is $250,000 per day. With all the things that I'm selling and trading, I can get it up to sometimes $1 million. But I spend stuff so fast. But this is like the culmination of how this build works. Had I had more territories, like what I'm doing in my next playthrough, I'd be even more powerful. I got kind of capped because of how strong everyone is, so that's why I wanted to do a new map. Anyway, if you want to see the continuation of this series, let me know. Songs of Six is unfortunately not a very popular game.